Okay, guys, welcome to another edition of the Paintball Madhouse. I am Madness, and today, guys, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about the new mags, the new T15 V2 mags. This is pretty much what it looks like if you haven't gotten your hands on them already. Pretty nice. They come individually packed. I have not seen them. I have not seen that they sell them in a 2-pack, so you can get them in a single pack, and they're retailing right now for about $19.95. Unfortunately, I was supposed to go out this weekend, kind of put this through its paces, but Mother Nature had other ideas. But I was able to go out in the yard. I had a little bit of air left, and put a couple shots through these. Not bad. These are supposed to be, well, a lot better, obviously. They're upgraded from the old ones, and they're also supposed to be a lot better in full auto. But I was unable to test that out. All right. So it's a big difference from the old one. Okay. It's a smoked plastic, so you can see through it. It's not the solid black like so. So I got some rounds in here so you can see. It is a little touch bigger. You know, if you're seeing it, it's a little longer. Some noticeable differences. You'll see the top here. You'll see the where they release the mags when you come in, and this is the spring release, and this is the rounds where it releases the rounds. I mean, you can see it's a lot different. Okay, internally, the parts are a little different as well. The rounds come down same way. With the first strike, it'll come down and then twist, so you can fit them. And I'll open these up so you can see what it looks like. Now, these are supposed to be toolless, guys. And I say supposed to be because you're probably better off using a tool. And I'll explain why. So this is what you get. Little instruction, little parts list that you get with it. Now, the way you're supposed to take these apart, guys, is you're supposed to, there's two caps. There's one on the bottom and there's one on the top. Okay, now this bottom cap slides right out. Okay, get it through. Okay, slides out. And you're supposed to kind of use this edge to pry off the top cap. Now, the top cap is metal, and it slips right over. Notches in here, here, and then two in the back. Okay. Now, you're supposed to use this to help pry it up and lift the cap out. I'm going to suggest you do something different. I would suggest you leave the bottom cap on, or at least slide it out a little bit. I'm going to tell you why. Before you pop these open to service them, okay, just like the old mags, you're going to rewind the spring. Okay. All the way back in. Now, the reason why I say leave this on and use a flathead to pry this up. Okay, first of all, you don't want to get in there and jam it all the way up, because you don't want to bend that crease, because then it might not slide in. So nice and gently just get it over the lip there. Okay, pop it up in the front, and then just, you know, gradually shim it out until you're able to loosen the cap. Now, the reason why I say leave the bottom on is because this cap lifts up and over, and you see what just happened there, release the spring. Okay, so now no big deal if that happens. You're obviously, it's in your hand, you can just rewind it. But if it happens to open up, or it happens to release at some point after you pull this off and you release, now your spring is all the way out. You don't want to do that. So if in the event that just happened just the way it did, you got the bottom here holding it in place. Okay, so it's just like an added little safety thing, and for me anyway. That's why I would recommend you guys leave that bottom cap on. Just use a flathead to get it out. So, as I've just mentioned, if that happens, well, you'll just rewind this back up. Now you can take the bottom cap off. And now you can just open it. Okay. Now the cool thing about this, first of all, as you can see, it's got that same design as the old one where they twist in, but in this new mag, all the parts are in its own little housing here. Okay, the spring, everything is in here. The string, the release, everything right in here. It's not like these old ones. Those of you that have had this, you know what I'm talking about. Where you have to gradually pull these off and get your thumb onto the right there. Okay, and get your thumb right here to hold this in place. Okay, I know a lot of guys will glue that in, but you kind of have some pressure here, and then you see all the so that way you can service and clean out your mags, and then put it back, and then you can see the difference. Okay, everything is housed right here, but everything is here is a little separate. These are all individual pieces, excuse me, put together. All right, so a lot better design. Okay. Put that back in there, snap that back. So listen, if this works as well as they say it does in full auto, they hit a home run with this mag. Definitely did. You know, it's put together real nice. It should be a lot easier to maintain, a lot easier to work with. And like I said, the biggest issue with these old mags was the release, the spring release. This one, if you want to compare the two, okay, as you can see, this one's a little more squarer, this one's a little more rounder, and I don't know if you can notice there, it's a touch higher, okay, which is a big difference when you you know, when you're popping it in, because that was a big issue where the spring wouldn't fully release, or wouldn't release at all, or may just release like halfway. So that's a big difference. So, you know, same way you took it off, you just put it back on. Put that in, you can slip that back on. Slide the bottom back on, and away you go. Now, First Strike does not recommend that you rewind and just pop the clip in empty, releasing the spring. They're saying that you can actually damage it. All right, so bear that in mind if you're just going to be testing in and out, because they also recommend that because these are new, may take a period of adjustment, sliding in and out. So you may have some issues. They just tell you to just, you know, it'll just take time with some wear and tear. But so far, I mean, with mine, it seems to go in pretty good without a problem. Okay, but bear that in mind. They do recommend that you do not pull the spring back and then jam it into the gun and releasing the spring when the mag is empty. Okay, so yeah, here it is, guys. I mean, listen, again, they retail $19.95. I'm gonna probably little by little go replacing my older mags. Not quite yet. Like I said, I want to, you know, test these out a little more out there on the field. But listen, they seem to be, they say if it does what they say it does, I mean, definitely an improvement. And these should work out very well, especially in full auto mode. All right, guys, so any questions, comments, please hit the subscribe button. Let me know any comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.